Flight crew, can you hear me? Can you hear me, flight crew? I don't know if it's coming through my computer. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Okay, flight crew. That was the head. Sorry, that was the headset that crapped out on us when we were going down in the Boise, Idaho, and we lost communications, and then we flew out into Boise. That's the headset that crapped out on us, and it's wireless. But so now I got wires. But anyway, flight crew, the meet and greet is here. Welcome and welcome aboard. First off, let's start this over again by saying, flight crew, what up? What up? What up? Welcome to another flight. Welcome to another stream. I am your host. I am your captain, Phoenix Black Knight. The meet and greet is here, flight crew. Here I am in the flesh. You get to meet each other. Welcome aboard and welcome to being a part of the growing family of Black Knight flight crew. People who started from the beginning with no camera. I like to call you guys the starters, the OGs, the ones that stuck with me. Appreciate it. Here we are in the flesh. This is the outfit we're going to be rocking. I figured no one else kind of does this on YouTube. So what do you think, flight crew? We're going with kind of like the Tom Cruise back in the day look, clean white tee, nice black jacket. I mean everybody else has the pilot shirts and everything like that. So I figured we're going to rock this together, flight crew. Let me know what you think. But it's nice to finally meet everybody. We're going to have the live camera going forward, hopefully. Obviously, comes to different on what type of flights and everything like that. But here we are together, doing our thing, flight crew. With no other ado, and then we're talking about myself. Once again, appreciate everybody who stuck around. Appreciate everybody, and welcome everybody who's just joining for the camera. Appreciate everybody. We're going to grow this family. It's been great flights. We've had some great flights. Now you guys get to see my facial expressions on our landings and our departures and everything. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, you guys are gonna love them. All right, without any further ado, let's get into our flight plan and get into our flight briefing, everybody. So today's flight, we're in Jacksonville. That's where we took off last week. On Thursday, we landed in Jacksonville out of Virginia, and guess what? We're going back to Virginia. I know. But listen. Richmond, we're going into Norfolk. This is the only time literally we're going to go into Norfolk. I don't see us going in any other time, and this is the perfect distance to go in, and plus the sunrise that we get to see going into Norfolk, because we'll be going in, landing up on the east, and going to the east. That sun's going to be coming up over the ocean and everything, so we're going to have a great sunrise going into this, coming into this approach. So we're going Norfolk, flight crew. Norfolk, we are going. Right now the flight is 5:30 in the morning, so that's why it's dark, so don't worry. The sun will come up, we'll get brighter, because I know it's kind of hard to see on your TVs and the phones and everything when it's this dark. But you know me and my sunrises and my sunsets, so just give it a little bit of time and we'll be rolling it. So anyway, flight crew, let's get Simbri. Let's get it pulled up. I'm going to bring it over here so we can see, because I can't see that far. Let's go over our flight briefing. Flight crews, ready? So the aircraft that we're going to be flying is American. That's the American that does the route. You guys can't see it. I have it pulled out here, but you can't see it. So let's just go back inside the plane. Also, let's do this as well. Let's do this, flight crew, real quick. We can do this. Let's do this. Let's hit that. Let's hit that. Let's hit that. And then come over here, flight crew. Let's hit that. There we go. Now it doesn't look like we're just sitting in the dark. That's better. That's better. All right, flight crew, let's go over our flight briefing. We are American Airlines. Can you see the lever? Can't do it. There it is a little bit. Okay. American Airlines, our call as always, 6242 is our call sign. We're in Jacksonville, Florida. We are taking off and going into Virginia again, Norfolk, Virginia. We're in the aircraft 320 is what we're in right now. August 13th, 2023 is the date. Departure is 5:35 in the morning. Like I mentioned, I know it's dark outside. Give it a little bit of time and we will get the sunrise coming up. It's going to be beautiful. The arrival is going to be at 7:16. Simbri says 7:16. They give us an hour and 13 minutes is the air time. So that's the time we got to be. It's an hour and 13 minutes. The total block time they give us is an hour and 41 minutes, flight crew, to finish the flight. Cruising altitude we're going to be is 34,000 feet. That's where we're going to be. We're rocking 34,000 feet. Distance we're flying is 486 nautical miles. Cruise, we're going to be at 5. Just at 5 is our cost index. Excuse me. Our cost index is going to be 5. Wind right now is going to be at 23 knots, is what it mentions. Simbri says going down as well. Passengers on today's flight is 178 passengers on today's flight. Bulk fuel for the flight's 15,467 pounds of bulk fuel. Cargo 9,790 pounds, and our total payload is 40,940 pounds. Right now in Jacksonville, when we go to take off, we're going to be taking off of runway 8. When we take off runway 8, we're going to have a transition of cross, C-R-O-S-B. That is a transition going out of Jacksonville. When we go down in the Norfolk, Virginia, they want us wheels down on runway 5. When we get down to runway 5, they want us a transition of drone, D-R-O-N-E, transition down into Norfolk. Flight crew. Our cruising altitude, I think I mentioned to you guys, I think I told you 34,000 feet, correct. That's good there, flight crew. Alright, that is the briefing with flight crew, and nothing else need to be mentioned. I got that. Alright, perfect. Let's check the. I'm gonna do a wave real quick. Just make sure we're not frozen. Everything working. Looking at the stream. Oh, there it is. Okay, saw the wave. All right, flight crew, we are rolling still. I wish that wireless headset would work. I'm really upset that it doesn't. Really upset it doesn't. All right, flight crew, let's get the plane ready for passengers. So let's slide down here to the tablet. Let's go over here. Perfect. Let's go ahead and turn our lights on. Lights are on. Let's go ahead and get the jetway connected. So bring the jetway to us. Let's see if JD's working today. There he is. JD's up. What's up, JD? JD had to come for the meet and greet as well. I mean, JD couldn't miss today. Of all days, he knew we were going live today with the meet and greet. JD, nice to finally meet you as well, man. All right, so JD's going to be connected. Let's go over here to the captain's seat. Let's slide up over here. Let's get the fasten the seatbelt sign on now. Let's get the no smoking sign on. We'll leave the beacon and nav lights off for us now. We'll get that in a little bit. Let's go ahead and get the plane the way we like to get it set up to fly. Let's go right here from the front display. Let's go from the right to the left. Let's go ahead and do the right one first. Let's go ahead and get that PD up as bright as we can get it as well. And then let's go ahead and get our indicator bright as well. And then going from the left, let's do that. Clean that up. Perfect. Let's slide over to the middle console. We will not need our floodlights because we will because it is dark. Let's do floodlights 1. And let's turn our internal lights on there. Perfect. Let's slide up to the middle. See what I'm doing? There is our terrain. Let's turn that on. Here is our flight directory. Let's turn that on. Informational map, leave that on ARC. And our nautical range, we'll leave that at 10 as well until we get past 10,000 feet. And we'll push that out to 20. Speed, we'll leave that on the managed position. Heading, we'll leave that in the managed position as well. Altitude, we'll get in a little bit from tower. And then we'll leave our climbing altitude. We'll leave that in the managed position as well. This FMC, we need to get that bright so we know what we're doing. So let's go ahead and turn that on and eliminate that so that's all bright. Perfect, flight crew. Let's go back to the captain's seat. Let's go back to our tablet and let's go ahead and get, actually before we do that, let's make sure our AI is turned off. AI is turned off. Perfect. Let's go to the ATC. Let's go to our ground services. Let's go to the Jacksonville ground. There we go. Let's go ahead and get our catering services on its way. I will go outside so we can see it, but it's too dark, flight crew. We cannot as of this time. So let's just jump back into the plane and then let's do this. Catering services is on the way. Perfect. Let's start the bagger services.
Jacksonville ground, American 6242. Could you please send the baggage?
Baggage is on their way. All right, baggage service is going right over here to the flight crew. I don't know if you can see it. It looks like our cargo door is open and our back door is open as well. As soon as one of these closes, this one most likely will close first because that is our catering service. As soon as catering services is done and this turns to white, we'll turn on the APU. Still waiting for flight crew. Still waiting for catering services and baggage services. Everything else is set up the way we like as of so far. At this time, maybe we can turn the AI co-pilot on as we're trying to kill time. Let's go ahead and turn him on. He won't do anything right now, but we'll turn him on. Perfect. Oh, I hear the backing up. There we go. That door's shut. So let's go back over here to the tablet flight crew. Let's go ahead and hit the home button. And then let's hit the settings. And there's our APU turn on. Let's hit the APU. Perfect. Let's slide back over here to the middle. APU bleed comes on. The tablet turned on, the APU master turned on, the APU available. We're going to turn on our nav lights at this time. We're going to turn on our beacon lights on at this time. We're going to wait for the APU to come up and be available. Right now it's still starting up. While we do that as well, let's go back to the tablet. Let's go back to the home screen. Let's get our ground units back on. They shouldn't have left yet, but the APU does that for some weird reason. Let's go here. Let's go back to the ground services. Let's put our cones back around the plane. We're not ready yet. And then let's put the ground power unit back on. Let's illuminate and get the passengers activated as well. Let's just say we're board. Instant boarding. There we go. Flight crew. We got our passengers on board. We got the lights on. Let's go back, pan over here real quick. Let's go over here. We're going to go ahead and hit our ATC and go back and get our altitude, what we should take off to, and what our climb to, and our takeoff through the tower. Tower's busy right now. Let's wait for a second and we'll get in here. There we go. Let's hit that. AI's contacting the tower right now. Listening in. $7,000 feet, flight crew. 121.3 is our departure frequency. 121.3. I'll zoom in, flight crew, so you can see that. There you go. Departure frequency 121.300. We got that set in, flight crew. Perfect. And they only want us up to 7,000 feet, so we put 7,000 feet in the altitude, and we put that in the manage position, so we'll manage that. All right, flight crew, now let's go over here to the tab, and now we're ready for a pushback. So what we're going to do is let's disconnect that ground power unit. We'll get the cones out from outside the plane, and we'll disconnect the air conditioner unit. Let's shut that main cabin door right now, and then we'll tell JD to get out of here. JD, we'll see you in Virginia around 7 a.m. There we go. JD is gone. I'm going to do it outside the plane. You guys probably won't be able to see, but I'm just going to make sure we are clear and all the doors are truly shut like they should be. Sometimes the tablet does not work like that, but looks good to me, flight crew. Let's jump back inside the plane here. Let's go ahead and hit the home button. Let's go ahead and get that right there. Jump back over here. Let's go ahead and hit the ATC back on the line. Let's go ahead and request our pushback. There it is. Let's pushback. All right, flight crew, there is our pushback's been accepted. I would pan out. Let's see how we look, flight crew. Oh, that's not too bad. Oh. We can look at that. We can leave that there. That's not too bad. All right, pushback has been connected. Let's jump back inside of the pilot seat real quick. Let's go ahead and release that parking brake. All right, now let's go back out to the drone cam. There we go. That's not too bad. We can do that, right? Oh, if I mention, YouTubers, if you're watching this, this is already pre-recorded. This is live on Twitch. This apparently I'm supposed to mention that, according to the Twitch settings. I'm supposed to mention this is pre-recorded. YouTube followers and people paying attention watching this on YouTube. This is a pre-recorded on Twitch. All right, flight crew. AI just said stop the pushback, so we're gonna activate the parking brake back. We're going to go back to the engine position. It's not the normal position. Let's put it at the start position. Let's look up, see where ground crew is. Ground crew is out from under the plane. Perfect. Let's go ahead and start engine 2. You won't be able to see it, so we'll stay inside here. Alright, flight crew, engine 2 is at 20%. Just waiting for that noise. There it is. That's what we were waiting for. Let's go ahead and start. Let's go do engine 1. Engine 1's coming up, flight crew.
Jacksonville ground American 624.
AI's on the radio right now, getting clearance to taxi to our runway. Tower just gave us clearance to taxi, flight crew. Our taxi ribbon hopefully should pull up any second now.
Taxi
There it is.
Short runway 8 via taxiway Charlie American 6242.
Alright, flight crew. Engine 1 is at 12%. It's good enough to check the flaps. We won't be able to do the drone camera outside, so we'll just check it from in here. We'll bring our flaps all the way down. Spoilers, we'll bring those ground spoilers, bring them up armed real quick. We'll just listen for the flaps to stop moving and get fully to 100. Then we'll bring them back up. Alright, flaps are down. Let's bring them back up. Tablet will do the rest. Spoilers, we have to do those manually. Let's bring those up and armed, ready to take off. Engine mode from the start position back to the normal position. Taxi brake, let's hit that. Come on up here, let's go back up here. Let's show you what we do here. APU bleed comes off now, flight crew. The APU master comes off, turns off the APU available. Perfect. Let's jump back in over to the captain's seat. Let's come over here to our electronic bag. Let's go ahead and turn on the home, and then let's go ahead and hit the settings. We are ready for taxi. We'll hit ready to taxi. Perfect. Tablet went ahead and got us ready for taxi, which means our runway lights turned on, our landing lights still in the restricted position, our nose lights are in the taxi position, beacon light and logo lights still stay on the on position, flight crew. Alright, perfect. Which way do they want us to go? Are we going, I believe we're going to the right then. Alright, let's go ahead and adjust our camera. Let's go at about, we're just going to sit a little bit higher and we're just going to scoot just a little bit forward. Right there, flight crew. Perfect. That's where we like. Alright, ground crew. Thumbs up. Salute. We're out of here. Turning off our dome light. We're going to the right. I'm going to go ahead and give this plane some power. Releasing the parking brake. Forward momentum. Let's turn the plane. Flight crew, I think this is the first time in a minute we've been able to get a takeoff before the sun's actually up. Usually we set times like this, but we talk for so long in the boarding process, the sun's usually like, the sky's already orange by the time we're already up to do that takeoff. So we're actually going to go up in the dark. This flight will probably give some nighttime flight hours on this. I guarantee at the end we'll probably get a couple minutes of nighttime, and then the rest will be daytime. Clear. As soon as we get straight away, as always, we'll do panoramic view for Jacksonville. Flight crew, on our departure, we do have a hard left, by the way. We do take off, and then we do have a hard left, and then straight up from there. Where is a good straightaway? I mean, this one could be, right? There's no, can't do a panoramic view because it's so dark, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, we can see the results of our product prior to takeoff by putting that right there. Put the drone camera right there. We'll just write it out. Telling you, flight crew, the sunrise on this departure is just going to be, and this flight, it's going to be awesome. Here's our ground speed. Gotta turn that on. Let's make it straight. That's right there. Alright, real quick. The home button. Oh, this is that one page. Wrap. 9 miles per hour. Slow and steady runs the race, right, flight crew? Slow and steady. I believe this is our runway right here, flight crew. We just drove, yeah, we turn left and we just go straight up, and there's the end of it. Are we going up a hill? Is that the problem right now? I think that's what it is, flight crew. I think we're going up a hill. Does that look hillish to you? That's right. I said it. I heard it, Jim. I heard it. This is the straightaway we were looking for, flight crew. Here we go. So unfortunately, it's too dark. One more time just to say we tried. Here we go, flight crew. One more time just to say we tried it. Just to say we'll do the pan. Here we go. Then we said we did it. No one can take away say we did not do it. At least we did it. Alright, let's pan the drone camera around. Let's put the camera right here so we can see the work of our product on our takeoff. And then let's jump back into the captain seat to our captain view. Alright, flight crew, this is us, which right here to the right. Take some momentum out of the plane. I'm going to hit our engines to the neutral position. going to stop short here at runway 8.
Jacksonville Tower, American 6242, ready for departure, runway 8 IFR to Norfolk.
We'll just keep this rolling. We're going to eventually stop. Project Tower, American 6242, altimeter 30.02, clear for takeoff. American 6242. Alright, flight crew. Actually, we gotta put our parking brake on. They cleared us for takeoff. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come right over here because the tablet will do it for us. Let's go ahead and hit the home button. There it is. Let's go to the setting. So ready for takeoff. Let's hit that. Perfect. Let's hit that back to the home button. Let's hit that here so we can see our ground speed. Ready for takeoff did this. It took off the runway lights, turned those off, put our landing lights to the on position. Nose light went for the taxi position. Wings or lights are off. I'm actually going to turn the wing lights on. Strobe light is on now, and our beacon nav light stay on as well. Brakes stay on as well. Flight crew, let's go to the let's go to the pilot position. Oh my goodness gracious. Let's go to the captain's seat. Now let's fix our view. We just kind of slide up just a little bit because I changed it, and we got to push forward. Right there, flight crew. Okay, we're ready. Let's hit our stopwatch, flight crew. There it is. Let's hit it. The famous 2 seconds. All right, flight crew. Let's go. Give the engine some power. Release the parking brake. We have momentum. Let's make the call, flight crew. Prepare for takeoff. Flight crew, is going to be a rolling takeoff. Alright, flight crew, let's get straight. Engines to 50. Engines are fired up. Going up alive, coming down the same way. Look down to the right, to the lever. Engines flex. Knots, flight crew. There's V1. Rotating 15 degrees. Flight crew, we have a positive climb. We're going to go gears up. Right, follow flight 3 flight crew. Listen to those engines, isn't that awesome? Oh man. Flight crew, let's look down, look to the right, levers, let's put that in the climb position. Perfect, let's put the nose of the plane down. Put it back down to about 10%. And we'll follow our flight director. Like I mentioned, we do have a hard left turn coming out here, flight crew. Hard left. Sure I'm not on mute. Still my plane. Just passing 3,700 feet, flight crew. Now we're just passing 4,000, still my plane. Alright, flight crew, we're gonna go clean flaps. Flaps are clean. Alright, here comes our left. I'm gonna turn the plane. There we go. our flight directory. Alright, straighten it out, flight crew. We just hit 250 knots. Alright, flight crew, get ready to transition to the autopilot. Push the nose of the planes down a little bit. Alright, flight crew, transition to the autopilot is engaged. Spoilers, let's bring those disarmed. Let's go ahead and climb up to our cruising altitude, which is going to be, flight crew, remember, 32,000 feet. Get that in there. We put that in the managed position, so we're going to manage climb up to our cruising altitude. Right now we're at 250 knots. This is what we can be because we're not above 10,000 feet, which is the max we can go is 250 knots. And we have that in the managed position. So, autopilot's got it. Let's see results of our product, flight crew. There we go. We're going to go ahead and turn these lights off because we don't need those lights on anymore. So we're going to go into the tablet setting right here. We're going to hit the home setting. We're going to hit this setting. We're going to hit this to turn that lights off right now. We're going to hit the home setting, come back there. Let's go back outside. You can see what I did. I turned off the lights. There they go. Now they're off. And then let's go down and give Jacksonville. There we go. Jacksonville. Look at that. Our plane's coming through a little bit. Flight crew 9,500 feet. Let's go ahead and ring the fasten the seatbelt sign one time to get the crew so they can prepare for services. Perfect. Also, let's prepare for free climb. Since we're going over 10,000 feet, which means landing lights come off. Nose light comes off as well. And our wing lights come off. Strobe light stays on, and nav light and beacon light stay on as well. And then we're going to go ahead and move our speed out of the managed position. We're going to put it into the manual position and put up to 325 knots. 325 knots is entered. Nautical range, let's move that out to 20. Flight crew, like I mentioned, here comes that sunrise. Look at that. Look at that, flight crew. That's what I'm talking about. Right there. That is awesome. Beautiful departure. And the approach is going to be even better. The approach. Alright, let's get on sim brief, check everything out real quick. I'm going to put this up to 34,000. Just going to manage to climb up. Got our speed at 325 knots, flight crew. We are just passing 320. That puts us just right now. Ground speed is at 383 miles per hour and still climbing. Right now our climbing rate is about 1,800 feet per minute. Alright, I'm going to do a wave test again, flight crew, make sure we're okay. I'm just going to wave in front of the camera. I'm just going to make sure I can see it over here, make sure we're not frozen. There we go. It's the delay. There is a delay there, for sure. Just a tad, flight crew. There we go. Just a tad. Flight crew passing, coming up on 15,500 feet, still climbing up to our cruising altitude 34,000 feet. We just reached 325 knots. That's the speed we want to be at. Just reached that, and now we're up the climb. We're going to go ahead and add our altimeter. We're going to put that in the standard position as of now. Look at that flight crew. Look at that. That is nice. That is nice, flight crew. Nice. Our flight crew just passed 18,000 feet. Still going up to 34,000. I'm glad we got off the ground when we did, so we can see the sunrise come up. Usually we talk too long, right? Usually we're talking too long on the ground, but look at the sunrise coming up. All that departure and this approach is just, this is the flight right here. I guess anything up the East Coast, yeah. Anything up the East Coast during the morning, come on. Turbulence so far, flight crew. Haven't seen any. It's been a very clean departure with a very clean, very clean departure right now. Very clean climb. What is our wind right now? Wind says, is that 25 knots? Let's see what our tablet says. Let's pull up the weather. Tablet says our wind is at 5 knots. Oh, I thought that was, yeah, I thought I said it was 8, 5, yeah. No wind either? That can't be. Come on. Flight crew. Come on. You know how many bad flights we've had on the Xbox S series? And today we go live with live camera, and today's like 5 knots. Yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying. Something's gonna go awry. But we're prepared for it. There's nothing else I don't think this Xbox can throw at us that we have not already tried the Dell and conquered, so we'll see. What was our sim brief? What did sim brief say? 20, wasn't it? Didn't sim brief say our wind should be at 20? 23. Sim brief says the wind should be at 23 knots. Game says 5. Well, definitely keep an eye on that. Go outside. Supposedly, flight crew, you're supposed to be seeing the ocean. This is the ocean right here. There's the, this is the coastline going all the way up. We just fly straight up this east coastline, all the way up to Norfolk. So as soon as this comes up a little bit more, oh man. Let's pan on the other side real quick. Let's check that other side out. Yeah. Let's go back this way. Looks like we got a fellow pilot right there. I like the interaction with the, let's go in here so you can hear me. I like the interaction with the tablet, so you can turn those lights on and off. So if you look, flight crew, notice how we have the lights off right here. Now if you go to the tablet, and if you hit the home button, and then you come over here to the, here, and just hit this button, lights come on. So you can see, the lights are on now. That's cool. I like how they let you do that with the tablet. How you control that. So you just come over here, hit the ground services again, hit this light bulb, turn that off. Now, that's home button. Yeah. Ground speed right now, flight crew, 469 miles per hour. Still climbing. And we're still going up 34,000 feet. We're at right now 24,800 feet. We're doing that Airbus slow climb right now. Looks like we are climbing about 1,300 feet per minute. Yeah, that's slow climb. Slow climb. Look at that, man. Come on. Oh. Okay, there's that coastline. Got the moon right here, flight crew. Oh, my bad. Still a smooth climb, flight crew. Still smooth. Nothing to report. Wind right now is blowing from the nose of the plane to the tail of the plane, and we are at 11 knots according to our radar. 11 knots on the wind. Just passing 27,300 feet. Still climbing rate of 1,700 feet per minute. RPA 4396. There's our marker for the top of our climb right there. Looks like we're still 2 miles out. Still pushing itself out a little bit. Climb is where we at? 1,600 feet per minute right now. Our speed transfer over the Mach, we're 0.79 Mach right now. Passing 31,800 feet, flight crew. Still climbing. Still doing that Airbus slow climb. Looks like we dropped a little bit. Looks like we're climbing 1,400 feet per minute instead of 1,700. Sun's coming up though, flight crew. That sun is coming up. Alright, flight crew, we are at 33,600 feet, coming up to our cruising altitude, 34,000 feet. Like we've always talked about before, the climb and departure was perfectly fine. No need to keep passing the seatbelt sign on, and we have had no turbulence. It's been a very smooth climb up to 34,000 feet. So let's go ahead and take off the fasten the seatbelt sign. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and make the call. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now free to move about the cabin. We do ask though, if you do not need to move out the cabin, you stay inside your seat with your seatbelt fast, just in case we hit unexpected turbulence. Alright, flight crew, we made the call. And since we're at 34,000 feet, let's check our, I think we're just straight up. Yeah, we are. So we're perfectly fine having the seatbelt sign off. Let's put that back on the 20. Perfectly fine. So seatbelt sign is off. 34,000 feet. Let's go over our cruising altitude. Briefing, flight crew. Let's do it. Put the paddle down here. Bring it up. Alright, so if you just jumped on the stream, if you just jumped on board, first off, welcome. This is a meet and greet. We've finally gone live. It's been a minute since I've been live. We've done a lot of flights without the camera, but this is the first time that we're doing the camera. Welcome. I am your host. I am your captain, Phoenix Black Knight. This is what I look like. Welcome everybody. Welcome aboard. Finally get to meet and interact with you guys. It's going to be fun flights going forward. So I hope the video quality is good. Hope you guys can still hear me well. I haven't heard anything yet in the chat, so I think everything's okay. But if it's not, let me know if there's anything I need to tweak or anything like that, flight crew. But once again, welcome aboard. Let's go over our flight briefing. You guys ready? Let's do it. All right, like I mentioned before, when we were on the ground, we are American Airlines. Our call sign 6242. We just took off out of Jacksonville, Florida. We're actually going into Norfolk, Virginia. We're in the aircraft 320neo. August 13th, 2023 is our flight time. Today's date, flight time departure was 5:35 in the morning. Arrival time 7:16 in the morning. SimBrief says we need to beat an hour and 13 minutes is what the flight time is on SimBrief. So that's the time we need to beat, is an hour and 13 minutes. SimBrief also gave us a block time of an hour and 41 minutes. Cruising altitude is 34,000 feet, which we're currently at right now. Fasten the seatbelt sign is off. Passengers are free to move about the cabin. Cost index is going to be 5. Distance we're flying is 486 nautical miles. Wind is going to be at 23 knots according to SimBrief right now. We just checked. I'm checking again. Actually, wind right now at cruise is about 21 knots, so we're right there with it. So SimBrief is right on there. That's actually pretty cool. Today's bulk fuel is 15,467 pounds. Cargo 9,790 pounds. Total payload is 40,940 pounds. Flight crew, when we were down in Jacksonville, we took off a runway 8. If you remember, we took off runway 8 and we did a transition of crobs out. CROSB. We're going into Richmond, Virginia. We're going into Norfolk. When we go into Norfolk, they want us down on runway 5 with a transition of drone. DRON is a transition down into Norfolk. Alright, flight crew, get that out of the way. Let's pull this back up. Alright, flight crew. Also, with the weather that we have down there right now, let's see, going into Norfolk, we're looking at 92 as the day's high with mostly sunny. So we should be okay. No wind advisories or anything going into Norfolk. When we took out of Jacksonville, Florida, supposed to be a high of 94, mostly cloudy, but there was no turbulence, no wind basically going out of Jacksonville. So we should be pretty fine on the descent as well, flight crew. All right, flight crew, that is it for me. At this time of the game where I usually just go on mute and let you guys enjoy the sounds of the plane and enjoy the sounds of the ATC. That's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to hit the chat. Go ahead and hit the chat if you want me to answer anything. Other than that, I'll just be here chilling, and I will see you guys on the descent. See you then. there's that blue reflector. Look at that sun coming up. Look at the colors of the clouds, the skyline. Oh, that is money. Enjoy it. Roger, Jacksonville Center, American 6242. We will continue as planned. Alright, flight crew, there goes our automatic shut-off. I don't know if you guys noticed that. Every time we do a morning flight, the LEDs will automatically just shut off. So we just got to go turn it back on again. So we'll just come up here, right here. Goes back on. Perfect. Come back over here. This one as well. It doesn't do the middle console. The middle console stays on every time. Down here. That always stays illuminated, but those, this will automatically turn on, and this will automatically turn off always at this certain time on these kind of flights. So. Interesting. Yeah, it is what it is, but alright, got it fixed. Enjoy.
American 6242 traffic inside.
Flight crew, did you see that? We just went through his like air wake. That was pretty sick. Yeah, we went right through it. Barely missed each other. Jeez. Yeah, we're going about, what is it, 466 miles per hour on the ground speed. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I haven't had that yet. Played this for many hours. Have not had the air wake like that. That was pretty cool to go back and watch that one. Roger, Washington Center. American 1614. We will continue this plan. Alright, let's keep going, flight crew. Let's keep going. We got like 2 planes going across us right now. Probably see that, right? That one, 32,000 feet. This one, I don't know what's going on. I forgot what they said. 33,000 feet. What was this one at? 32? Yeah, 32,000 feet. Crazy. Crazy. I see the top of our descent. It's right after this vector right here. It's right there is the top of our descent. Let me verify. Changing my. Yep. That is the top of our descent. So when that little marker gets closer to us, I'm going to pull our speed back to actually 250 knots. That's what I'm going to pull it back to is 250. We're going to ride that in all the way into the approach. Let's go ahead and get the fasten seatbelt sign. Let's do that because this is going to be a hard ride. So let's do that now. Make our call. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can make your way back to your seats, put your fasten seatbelt sign on, we're going to make our descent down into Norfolk. Flight crew, prepare for approach. Alright, flight crew, made the call, got the fasten seatbelt sign on, trying to get the passengers back in the seat before we make this right turn. Let's go outside for the drone view. We already got it set up perfect. Let's check out this shot when we turn. There it is. Beautiful turn. Beautiful. Love that angle. Oh, that's us, flight crew. Roger, Washington Center. American 6242. We will continue. Alright, flight crew, that's us. Also, there's our, let's see. There it is right there. There's the top of our descent. Let's go ahead and pull our speed back this time as well. We're going to go back to 250 knots, like I mentioned. $250 knots is entered. Dialing back our speed. Alright, flight crew, speed is down to 250 knots. Perfect. We want to hold it there all the way down to approach. Still at 34,000 feet, just waiting for our descent. Beautiful. I don't know if I told you, flight crew, I'm actually playing this on a 65-inch TV, so that's why I'm looking over here, looking at my TV's like from here to there. Make sure our stopwatch is still working. It is 53 minutes and 49 seconds into the flight. It's like we've had this plane turned on for an hour and 30 minutes. Cross check right now, flight crew. is our strobe light. That is on. That is our brake light. That is on. Wing light is off. We do have the nav light on. Landing lights are off. Nose lights off. Runway lights are off. Seatbelt sign we fasten. We put that on already. No smoke sign remains on. Dome light is off. 250 knots, 34,000 feet. Manage position. We're in the standard altimeter. Throttle is in the climb position. Engines are up. No position. Spoilers are disarmed. We are looking good, flight crew. We are looking good. Ready for descent. Ready to descend. There it is right there. Speak of the devil. 21,000 feet is what they want us down to. Roger, tower. Descend and maintain flight level 210. American 6242. Alright, let's get down to 21,000 feet, flight crew. That's where they want us down. Let's go. How's my volume? Hope that's okay. Does that sound a little better? This is a very flimsy microphone. It's the best it's going to do. Hope you can hear. Already got the fasten seatbelt sign on already, and like I said, we're going down to 21,000 feet. Terrain's already on as well. We never turned it off, so we'll just leave it as is. We'll hold 250 knots. Don't forget, going into Norfolk should be mostly sunny, according to the weather. Their high today is going to be 92, and it should be mostly sunny, according to the weather that we just talked about on our cruising altitude flight crew. Wind right now is blowing from the tail of the plane to the nose of the plane right now. Flight crew, we are still descending, still holding about 250 knots. Still, we just passed 27,000 feet. Still going down at 21,000 feet. Our descent rate looks like we're going at 2,200 feet per minute on our descent rate. All right, flight crew. Just past 23,000 feet, still going down to 21,000. Still holding 250 knots. Descent rate still 200. What's that? 2,000 feet per minute? 2,100? It's either. It's too small to read right there. Looks like we're descending about. Let's round it down and say 2,000 feet per minute. Let's do that. So we're descending about 2,000 feet per minute. It's either. Yeah. Well, yeah. Either 2,100. Sunrise is gone, flight crew. We are in, I like to call it, normal day. Oh, that's us. Where they want us at? Roger Tower, descend to maintain flight level 13,000 feet. American 6242. Alright, flight crew, let's go down to 13,000 feet. Let's go. Right now, just passing 20,000 feet, still holding 250 knots. Our flight crew just passed 15,700 feet, still descending down to 13,000 feet. Once again, we are still holding 250 knots. The descent rate is 2,000 feet per minute. Just past 14,000 feet, coming down to 13,000. Altimeter still on the standard position. Roger Tower, descend and maintain flight level 2,100 feet. American 6242. Alright, flight crew, they want us down to 2,100 feet. That is interesting. I mean, that's California. Catch a glide slope. This is an ILS runway. Catch a glide slope 2,100 feet. Okay, that is definitely going to be that's California terrain, so it is flat out here. The only thing I'm concerned about is when we're going to pull. I didn't know we were going to drop so far because right now we're going 250 knots. And I want to pull our speed back, but I don't want to interrupt the descent either at this time. So let's hold the speed. Let's get down to altitude first, then we'll pull our speed back. We're not on approach yet, which is good. Approach speed's 200 knots, so right now we're going down, but approach is going to be literally. I mean, yeah, we only got what it looks like, flight crew. Looks like we're at 40. We're outside of 40 nautical range and this flight ends, so we're ending this flight within 40 nautical miles. Alright, there's 10,300 feet. You know what that is, flight crew. Let's light it up. Landing lights go to the on position. Nose light goes to the takeoff position. I was going to say taxi. Take off position. Let's turn on our wing lights, beacon light, and nav and logo light stays on. Runway light is the only one that stays off. We're under 10,000 feet. Let's ring the seatbelt sign 2 times so the flight crew on board know we are coming to approach. We are under 10,000 feet. Descend rate right now is 1,900 feet per minute. Still holding 250 knots. I do want to pull that back, flight crew, as soon as we get a chance. I want to start pulling that back to 200 knots. I guess I didn't really explain it. The reason why I'm not pulling back the speed back right now, because if we pull the speed back, it's actually going to slow down our descent, obviously. So instead of descending at 1,900 feet per minute, it's going to descend us at like 500 feet per minute. So our descent would be really slow, only going like 500 feet per minute instead of going 1,500 that we're doing right now. I hope that makes sense. At least that's the way I look at it anyway. Oh, they're talking to us. Roger Tower, American 6242, expect ILS runway 5. Maintain altitude and speed. American 6242. Alright, localizers on. Right now we're at 6,400 feet and passing that, still holding 250 knots. Oh, there's approach. They want us to contact approach. I'm going to pull our speed back now. 200 knots. 200 knots is entered.
American 6242.
Nautical range 20. We're going to pull that within 10.
100 feet, descending 2,100 feet.
Good evening. Approach American 6242. Descending, holding flight level 5,600 feet. Descending down to 2,100 feet. Holding speeds. Trying to get down to speed 200 knots. American 6242. All right, flight crew. Let's go. There's that, perfect. Pull our lever back to the right. There it is. We're going to put it back next to the R. That makes it easy for the reversers. Then we're going to put it right there. We're below 220 knots. That means flaps 1 can come down. We are 19 miles outside the runway, flight crew. "19 miles outside the runway."
Tower on 120.8 American 6242. Norfolk Tower
I'm
American.
going to activate approach.
18 miles southwest inbound ILS runway 5 approach.
Roger Tower, American 6242, cleared to approach. Altimeter 29.92. Okay, we're clear to approach. I activated approach, just waiting for it to be engaged. We still got to get down to 2,100 feet to grab this glide slope. We are going 200 knots when we are flaps 1, by the way. We do have that flap 1 activated. Back down to Virginia again. Just took off from here, flight crew, but once again, always green, right? Always green. It's nice. It's like, what are we? 14 miles outside the runway, flight crew. Let's go pull our speed back again. I want to hit 190. Right now we're at 3,000 feet. $2,800. Perfect, flight crew. We want to be down to 2,100 feet. Right now we're at 2,700. Our speed is dialing back. Our nose of our plane is coming up a little bit, coming up to altitude. That's what we want to see, flight crew. That is beautiful. Just waiting for more of our speed to drop, then we can go flaps 2. That's a check. 2,500 feet. Speed is dialing back. There we go. Let's activate flaps 2. Flap 2 is activated. Let's go ahead and activate 180. That's going to put us on flaps 3. Then one more time, we're going to pull our speed back to 135 knots. That is our approach speed for the glide slope. Let's go ahead and hit 135 knots, flight crew. 135 knots is entered, and one more time, let's hit flaps full. Flaps full is ended. There is our approaches. Got us lined up right with the runway. We have this waiting for it to be engaged, dropping our speed down to 135 knots. Flight crew, our speed got down to 135 knots, and glide slope just got engaged. We are still cleared to approach, flight crew, not cleared to land yet. Oh, let's get it going. Clear tower, roger. Oh, excuse me. Clear tower. American 6242, clear the land. Alright, flight crew, clear the land. Here comes the gears. Gears are out. See the reversers. Spoilers up and armed. There we go. Flaps are full. We're going to go medium on the auto brakes. And we're going to turn our runway lights on, flight crew. Right now, speed's holding 135 knots. That's exactly what we want. Wind right now is blowing from the nose of the... Actually, the wind's blowing from the tail of the plane to the nose of the plane. Looks like it's blowing about, 11 knots, flight crew. Don't know why we're being beeped at. Everything is perfectly fine, but we're being beeped, and now it's gone away. Okay.
1,000.
1,000 feet, flight crew. My plane. Actually, not 1,000 feet yet. It still says we're bouncing. There we go. Flight crew, my plane. See you on the ground. Let's go. The wind's blowing from the left to the right, going from the tail of the plane to the nose of the plane. Flight crew, so we're going to need to keep it to the left a little bit. Down.
500.
Continue.
400.
Continue.
300. 200. 100. 60, 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard right.
Oh, flight crew. Flight crew. Flight crew. I knew it was going to do that to us. Every time it lands that way. It's okay. We got it down. Kinda. Wind was blowing. I knew it was going to get us that way. It's okay. We got our reversers going. There's 60 knots. Let's reversers stored. Auto brake off. Let's take this left right here. Let's take this left. I saw that it sped us up. I knew that was going to happen. That's a glitch in the Xbox. There's nothing we can do about that. It does that to it. Every time the wind blows from the tail of the plane up to the nose of the plane, there's just nothing you can do about that. It speeds you up. You're going fine. This speeds you up when you're going about to land. It is what it is. But let's pull off the runway. Let's do our famous flight crew. Welcome down Norfolk, Virginia. Alright, let's slow down the plane. Let's get it stopped here. I can't wait till they fix that. Every time the wind's blowing that way, it just speeds you up. Every time you just get on your finals. As soon as you get like 50, it just speeds you right up to the ground. No idea why. Alright, flaps up. We're going to put those on 10% for taxi, actually. Let's get our taxi brake on high. Come up here, let's turn on the APU bleed. The APU master comes on, let's turn on the APU start. Runway lights take on. Runway landing lights, let's put those in the restricted position. And then nose light, let's put those on the taxi position. We can turn off the wing light and we can turn off the strobe light. Perfect, we are ready to taxi. We are. Alright, flight crew, we are ready to taxi. Let's turn on the ATC ground. Let's go to Norfolk ground and see where our gates gotta go. Back to the gate. It's unfortunate. First time we go live and we get that type of a landing. It is what it is. I told you at the beginning, flight crew, it's always something, right? As soon as I saw the wind blowing I knew that was gonna do it. Knew it every time. When the wind's blowing from the tail of the plane up to the nose, whenever you hit 50 to 40 minimum, this speeds you up and throws you to the ground. Or if you flare even more, you just take off. It's weird. I don't know, flight crew. It's weird. But hey, we got down and we're live. That's all that matters. The camera worked. Hopefully, we're not frozen. I think we're still good. I'm just gonna do the wave test again, see where it's at, see how we're holding. Oh, I saw the wave. Okay, still good, flight crew. That landing's unfortunate. Why? Let's turn off the flight directory, turn off the localizer. Oh, the wind! I felt it too. You guys can see it. Go back and watch the video. You can see it speed us up. It's just. Yeah, we would have flared forward. Yeah. Anyway, we'll have better though. We'll have better. That's just weird. Let's see where it wants us to go. Oh, it's not that far. Looks like we're just right here to the right. All right, everybody. I hope you liked the flight today. I hope you liked the content. If you did, I hope you hit that subscribe, and I hope you hit that follow. Come fly with us. Come on. There's always something going on every time we fly. Like today. Telling you. I hate when it blows that way. It's just... And that was set up by SimBrief. SimBrief was like, this is the best flight plan to go with the weather, and obviously. All right, flight crew, let's take this right. All right, this is us. Oh, look at this guy walking right in front of us. Heads up, man. We're coming in. He just walked right under the plane. You see that? Just walked right underneath. Alright, bring it in, flight crew. Slow it down a little bit. Right there, we'll go stop. Parking brakes set, engines to the neutral position. Coming up, here comes the seatbelt sign is off. Clearing our flaps to 0. Landing lights are restricted, runway lights are off, nose light is off as well, beacon light is off, and nav and logo light is off as well. Flight crew, welcome one more time. Welcome down, Norfolk. Engine 1 comes off. Wait for it to get below 20%, we will kill engine 2. There we go. Engine 2 coming down. Come over here to the flight electronic bag. Let's hit home and let's go to settings. That's settings. I apologize. We got to go to ground crew. Right there. Let's go home. Put the light up. There we go. Here. Let's turn on the ACC. Let's get the cones around the plane. Let's get our GPU. Let's get our lights on. Let's get the jetway coming our way. Let's open the door. All right, flight crew, and then let's. All right, flight crew. Actually, let's see where we're at. We got to stop our stopwatch. We're not going to pay attention to that. Hour and 24 minutes. We'll use that as backup. So remember, hour and 24 minutes. Remember that, hour and 24 minutes. All right. So we're going to kill the plane and see what our total flight time was. So let's go to home and go to settings. We're going to go cold and dark. Knew we were going to get nighttime flight crew. I knew we were going to get 8 minutes and 55 seconds on nighttime. Hour and 7 minutes, 45 seconds per hour. Total flight time, hour and 16 minutes. SimBrief had us at an hour and 13 minutes. Hour and 13 minutes for SimBrief. Total block time was an hour and 41 minutes. So 3 minutes late, but in aviation, that's still on time, right? And then, like I said, with the wind, I don't know if anybody else has that problem with Xbox S. Let me know if you guys have that on realistic weather when the wind is blowing from the nose of the plane to the from the tail of the plane to the nose of the plane. You guys have that when you just get down to your 40s, you're at 50, 40s, and 30 feet. All of a sudden, it just throws your plane down, and either you have to flare up really hard and your plane flies off, or you don't flare and you just bounce. Every time when you're trying to land with the wind flying with you, I don't get it. But once again, my Xbox doesn't like things like that. But other than that, flight crew, it's nice to finally meet you. Nice to have this camera going forward. It's going to be great going live and interacting with you guys, and actually, you guys actually have a face to the name and everything like that for your pilot. So thanks for being on board. Like one more time, if you liked the content today, hit that subscribe, hit that follow, and then love you guys. Thanks for being there from the beginning. First flight ever live. Why not go out with something weird like that? That is how our flights have been. Next one hopefully is better, but we've had some great landings. Go back and look with this one. That's the way we sum it up, right? Come on, guys. That's the way our flights have been. So that's it. Start of our week. It's Sunday. We fly tomorrow. We fly Monday and Tuesday. Off Wednesday. We fly again Thursday. Camera's supposed to be on all day. So as long as everything's working, camera should be on. So I will see you guys tomorrow. So enjoy the sounds of the game. Enjoy the sounds of the plane shutting down. And enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Love you guys. And I'll see you guys Monday. I'm Phoenix Black Knight. I'm logging off. I'll see you later. Wow.